What's up? My name is Maurice Nicholas and I'm back with another video. I finally got my iPhone 12 Pro Max. Finally, I feel like the last person on earth that got their iPhone 12. I don't know, but I went for the iPhone 12 Pro Max because I wanted to use the better camera, so they say. This is the first time I've been excited about an iPhone in a very long time. I usually don't care to upgrade. I'll just upgrade when I have to or when my phone just completely craps out. With all that being said, let's get this party started. So I got this thing earlier today and I wasn't able to unbox it because I had a lot of work to do. I'm still rocking my iPhone XS Max right now, and it's a great phone. I've honestly never broken an iPhone. I've always taken really good care of my iPhone, so that's why I keep them as long as I can. But when the 12 Pro Max was announced, I was really excited about the cameras. I really wanted to test out the video HDR features, and I also wanted to test out the Apple Pro RAW features that come with the new photos. So once those features roll out, I know the HDR feature is out, Adobe HDR feature is out, but I don't think that Apple Pro RAW is out just yet. It might be in an upcoming update, but right now I don't think that feature is out yet. But anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get this unboxing started. So we're going to take the packaging boxing off. And I have to make sure I flip it this way because I don't want you guys to see where I live. Get rid of that stuff. And just like that, here is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I went with the bigger size because I personally like the bigger size. I think the bigger size for me works. I seen that they came out with the new Mini, and I also seen that they came out with the 6.1, I think, iPhone 12 and 12 Pro Max, but, well, 12 and 12 Pro, sorry. I decided to go with the 12 Pro Max because to me that fits what I'm trying to do more. I like the bigger screen, I like the bigger battery. And in this particular one, this one has the upgraded camera. So I wanted to really test those out and really see what these cameras are all about. So moving right along, let's go ahead and remove that plastic for my ASMR people out there. It's just like that. And then we're going to take the box off. And wow, just like that, the iPhone 12 Pro Max is sitting right on the top. Here it is. I decided to go with the I can't ever say, I always say specific. It's Pacific Blue. I decided to go with the Pacific Blue color because I thought that was the better colorway this time. I usually go with the space gray, but this time they had the graphite and I wasn't really feeling the graphite color, but this Pacific Blue color is so beautiful to me and it looks so good. Also, these camera modules on the back, they're so much bigger than the 10, and my sister has an 11 Pro Max and they are a lot bigger than hers too. So these camera modules have gotten bigger. You can definitely tell that these are the bigger camera modules on this phone. Now moving right along, take the front off. And what we have here is a beautiful phone. This phone is gorgeous. I love the look of this phone. This is the iPhone, again, this is the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and this phone is beautiful. And this is the iPhone 12 Pro Max next to a XS Max. I'm getting it. And this thing is beautiful. And I want to say this phone is bigger. I was told that these are the same size, but this phone is actually, yeah, this phone is bigger. Has a little bit more space up there. So this phone is bigger. It's definitely heavier too. XS Max is lighter than this phone is here, but I won't lie. I like the weight of this phone. And I like the premium feel of this phone. This phone feels really premium. I mean, not to say that this phone doesn't, but this phone feels a lot better in the hand to me than this phone does. Moving right along, I'll put those to the side and check out what else is in the box. So with these new iPhones, the 12 Pro, 12 Pro Max, actually all the 12s, they only come with the Lightning to USB-C. So here's my thing about that. Apple didn't include a charger brick with that because they said they wanted to reduce their carbon footprint. And from what I understand, they have so many bricks out there that if they didn't ship one with the iPhone, it would reduce the carbon footprint, all that great stuff, right? But my only issue is all of the bricks that are out there are, I'm sure, are Lightning to USB-A. So if you're trying to reduce your carbon footprint, why not ship a USB-A to Lightning? And in that way, people don't have to go buy new charger bricks. Because if you ship a USB-C to Lightning, and for those that don't already have an iPhone 11 Pro or 11, we're not gonna have this, Apple. So that means we're gonna have to go buy a brick. And that pretty much means we would just be in the same position that we were in had you just shipped the brick. I mean, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on Apple not shipping a charger brick with the new iPhones? Me personally, I don't like it. I mean, I understand the whole carbon footprint thing, but it doesn't make sense to ship a USB-C to Lightning if you were trying to reduce your carbon footprint. It would just make more sense to do a USB-A again. And I understand, you know, you want to be able to use the 20-watt charger, you want to be able to use the fast charging, but I think if you were worried about your carbon footprint, you would just make everything USB-C clear across the board, and in that way, you don't have to worry about, you know, this Lightning cable or having, you know, multiple different chargers for multiple different devices. Like my iPad here, it has a USB-C port. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is running USB-C, so it doesn't make sense to still have Lightning on the latest iPhone when you're trying to reduce your carbon footprint. Just make all the chargers the same clear across the board. But anyway, that's my gripe about that. Moving on, we have the design by Apple in California, and I have the SIM tool to put my SIM card in my new phone, as well as the Apple stickers, as well as the little booklet on how you use your phone. And that's it. That is the whole unboxing experience with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The one thing I do want to say that I noticed is we do have more antenna bands. It seems like the actual volume button has been moved down too compared to this phone. And there's the 5G antenna band there that we don't have on the XS Max. This thing looks good. I love that they brought back the boxy design. I prefer this look of this iPhone a lot better than I did the previous one. Not to say that this didn't look good again, but this one looks really good. It kind of looks like my iPad, and I really like that kind of really uniform look, industrial look. With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and set this phone up. All right, we are back, guys. I finally got these two phones set up. Like I said, this iPhone 12 Pro Max is looking really beautiful. It's a really nice phone. I'm really loving the new design. I really love the way that this phone looks. Now, as far as screens and display, I can't really tell the difference. I always think Apple makes a beautiful screen on any of their phones, even if it's not OLED. I think they always make beautiful screens. Their blacks are always black, and I think it looks really good. I feel like this phone is a little snappier. I mean, that could be the A14 Bionic that's in this new phone. I kind of noticed some lag when I upgraded to iOS 14 on this one. Not much lag, and it would just do it every so often. But this phone has no lag. It's really quick, it's really snappy. I noticed most of my lag when I was text messaging. You know, I would text and then I feel like my text would pop up, you know, seconds later. Maybe not seconds later, but a few, you know, milliseconds later. Whereas this phone, it has none of that, and it's really snappy and it's really fluid. If you were asking me, should you upgrade to the iPhone 12 models? I would say depending on what phone you're coming from. I'm coming from a XS Max, so if you're coming from a XS Max, I think it is a good upgrade, especially with the new cameras, this new design, and everything that the new iPhone 12 Pro and 12s have going for them. Even this new Pacific blue color is beautiful on this phone. But if you have an 11, I don't really see the point in upgrading unless you just want these new cameras. But other than that, I don't really see a point in upgrading. I think if you have the 11 Pro, I think you wait a year and see what the 13 looks like. But if you are coming from a 10S Max, 10, anything lower than that, I think this would be a great upgrade for you. I think you would really love this phone. But I got this phone for the cameras. I was really excited when they announced the HDR feature. I wanted to test that out, and the new Apple Pro Photo that's coming out later this year. I can't wait to test that out. My biggest gripe with these cameras is they have this thing where they over sharpen a lot, and it has this over sharpened look. Now you can get a good image out of it, and yes, you can download apps that, you know, reduces that or give you those pro features. But in my opinion, by the time you do all of that, I could just pull my Sony A7 out and go to work with it. I mean, it's fast, it's fluid. I know my image is gonna be beautiful. And I can also manipulate my photos in post. I don't see me being able to do that with Apple's current situation, because after so much, the photos starts to break down. You start to see artifacts in your photos, and you really can't manipulate the colors too much because they're already baked in. With Apple Pro RAW that's coming out later this year, I'm really looking forward to using the Pro RAW and being able to manipulate my photos. Just think of a day where you're able to take out your smartphone and just, you know, only use this. You don't need a big camera setup. That's why I'm so excited about the innovation and everything that's going into these phones. But with all that said, this is the unboxing of the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Again, I'm going to, you know, upload more videos and really push this thing to the limit and see what it can do. But for now, that is all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am out. Peace.